The New Jersey Devils make multiple surprising moves. Major Devils updates coming for you that involve all those guys there on the screen and this man, Dawson Mercer. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Devils Digest. I'm your host, Ryan the Gosiker, here with you. As always, bringing you the latest and greatest Devils content here. Before we get into the program, I want to give you a chance to be one of the first subscribers to the channel. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and we'll get right into the show. Tonight is the night, ladies and gentlemen. Game 82 of 82 to round out the regular season for the New Jersey Devils. And they had some surprising updates, some not surprising updates. Let's get into all of it right here. Now, the biggest one of them all, Dougie Hamilton returns. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about this the last few videos and everything like that. We've been talking about it. Dougie Hamilton, you don't just start skating just because Dougie wants to get out on the ice and he likes to just roam around. When he started to get back on the ice, you kind of said, hey, they've got the first round of the playoffs in mind. They'll give him one game before getting to the postseason. So Dougie Hamilton is back tonight. Number 7, the Douglas Rifle, returning home for Fan Appreciation Night. What better player to return for Fan Appreciation Night, right? Dougie has been such a huge aspect to the Devils community and someone that is just perfect for Fan Appreciation Night. So in a night where I say that the Devils aren't really showing too much fan appreciation, I think having Dougie come back and return is certainly a positive for New Jersey. And obviously going into the first round of the playoffs, as I mentioned in a couple videos ago, get the young kids off the ice. At this point, Dougie can go out there, and I think he provides you better time than the kids do. So Dougie Hamilton is back for New Jersey, and it is going to be awesome for the Devils faithful and for the fans that have been waiting to see Dougie for a long time. So Dougie Hamilton back in the lineup. Now let's talk about who's not going to be in the lineup tonight. No Nico, Hischier, Jesper, Bratt, Timo, Meier, Andre Palat, who got hurt last night. You figured we weren't going to see him anyway. Stefan Nason, also grinder, guy who does a lot of the dirty work for this team, so you're not going to see him tonight either. Luke, Pesce, Kovacevic, all out tonight. So you're going to see the likes of, well, we mentioned Dougie will be back, right? We're talking about Brian Dumoulin. Chalowski, I'm sure, is going to be here. Casey, and Nemec should both be in the lineup. And why not just put them in the same pairing? Why not, right? I mean, who really cares about this game at this point? Devils kind of showed that kind of effort against the Islanders on Sunday. Now, obviously, Boston embarrassed them the last time they played, so they wanted to get some revenge. Now, if you're asking me, the fan, and you're asking me, the season ticket holder, I'm going to tell you I don't really appreciate the fact that the Devils tried all their might against Boston on a road trip that didn't need to be made. Could have kept all your guys back at home, and you could have played them right here tonight on Fan Appreciation Night. Now, it's different because the Devils will be in the postseason, so they will be back at Prudential Center. It's not like the end of the year where they missed the playoffs like last year, where I definitely would have been hammering them home. But I would have liked to have seen the Devils stars, and they wouldn't have had to travel to Boston, all that kind of stuff. But Boston embarrassing them, they want to get it back a little bit. Plus, the Devils will be back at the Rock for the postseason, so I can't be too upset about that. Obviously, Devils go to the postseason. It's anytime that happens, it's a good thing. So the Devils, as I mentioned, just will be without all of those guys. But one guy that they will be with is Dawson Mercer, who I came across this tweet this afternoon, and I thought it's really, really impressive. Any Iron Man streak to me is important. I grew up a New York Giants fan. Eli Manning famously had that Iron Man streak, which don't even get me started. Ben McAdoo, I hope you're not listening to this because this wouldn't be your favorite program because I can't stand that man for ruining that streak. Nonetheless, we're talking about hockey. Dawson Mercer, 4th straight season of 82 games. Hasn't missed a single game since he made his NHL debut in 2021. Iron Man streaks. I hope it's not the Mikal Bridges Iron Man streak where he plays 6 seconds and takes a high sticking penalty and then never sees the ice again. Let these guys play. Guys, these are physical sports. Their injuries are going to happen no matter what you do. The more you live in an injury-afraid world, the more injuries are likely to occur because you're not conditioning your body. You're not, getting ready. Devils won't play until we don't know exactly when game 1 will be, but you're talking about the weekend, right? You're talking about 2, 3, potentially 4 days off here before the Devils play their next game. So I would, expect Dawson Mercer obviously to go out there and put his best foot forward. Obviously, he's, the NHL rosters are a little bit different than other sports league rosters. You can't just sit everybody. There is a limited amount of guys you can bring up and call up and go from there. So New Jersey will be sporting some guy. I mean, Kurtis, MacDermid. And you talk about all the fourth line guys that we've been very upset with this week. I'm banking on to have big performances to hopefully see a win at home for the final home game. So we will see what the Devils bring out. I don't anticipate it being much effort. Just kind of a dump and chase kind of game and taking risks as they can. I would love to see Dougie score, take a couple shots. That I'm really looking forward to. I will be in attendance tonight in case you haven't caught on to that one or in case I haven't mentioned it. But New Jersey going into the final home game of the season, final regular season game period of the season. And man, what a year it has been. The ups and the downs, just a roller coaster type feel the Devils have put us on all year long. That started in Prague, now ends in Newark, New Jersey, right off of Mulberry Street. Some call it Lafayette Street, whichever you may prefer, whichever entrance you use to enter the stadium. So New Jersey Devils hockey coming at you. But again, if you're going to the game tonight, just know there will be a Dougie Hamilton. There will not be a Nico Hischier, a Jesper Bratt, Timo Meier, Andre Palat, which we kind of knew, we kind of figured, right, with his injury. The big question will be how long does that injury put Palat out? I know the x-rays came back negative, but hockey injuries are, it's like a magician. Nobody shows their hand, and we don't find out until after kind of what the result's going to be and how long he's going to be out. So who knows? Luke, Pesce, Kovacevic, all guys that have been grinding all year long. Obviously, Kovacevic getting the big deal in the middle of the season, Pesce getting it at the beginning of the season, and Luke due to get it in the offseason. So the Devils resting a lot of guys tonight. We'll see some faces we haven't seen in a long time, and maybe they'll show up on the scorecard. I don't know. Nate Bastian might be a good night for you to score. He's going to get as much opportunity as he has all year long. So New Jersey, if you're going out, if you're a fan, do not prepare to watch too much of good hockey tonight. Just go out, enjoy the game. If you're going out with, a relative, boyfriend, girlfriend, enjoy yourself, enjoy the time out. But certainly good hockey is not on the horizon for tonight. However, you can give Dawson Mercer a standing ovation for playing in his 82nd game for the 4th consecutive year. That is incredible. And hopefully there's just more to come from Dawson Mercer and the crew. And the Devils trying to rest up and get healthy before their matchup with Carolina. It is going to be a doozy, and it's going to be an interesting series. And, man, I'm sure we're going to have so much more content on it. But I do want to do a full regular season wrap-up video here coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for everything we have here on Devil's Digest. We appreciate everybody that's listening, that's watching. Whatever you may be doing, however you may be consuming it, we appreciate you. And leave us a comment. What do you think? Are you going to the game? Resting players versus not resting players. How does it work for you? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the upcoming playoff series with Carolina. And as always, hit that subscribe button for me. Be one of the first subscribers here on Devil's Digest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ryan the Gosiker, your host, having a great time chatting about Devils hockey with you. We'll catch you next time on Devil's Digest.